quick line, that's it. It is a beautiful thing. Look at that.
This is a recipe that's a breakfast. We're doing a breakfast because we haven't done a breakfast before.
Oh, we haven't.
And so we're taking it a little bit of a different direction. We're gonna, because sometimes your hungry boys are hungry in the morning, especially.
Oh, that's
if
the worst.
like
yeah.
an early soccer game or something, and you got to make breakfast, and you don't want to just throw them the same old like when a Pop-Tart and oatmeal just ain't gonna cut it. You got to give them a breakfast for their hungry boys. So that's what this is. But this is a great one because it uses leftover pizza. This one is leftover pizza casserole.
I mean, I just want to point out that it is scientifically impossible to have both hungry boys and leftover pizza.
I know. We're going to address that. Don't you worry.
I
thought of that.
Okay. Because I'll tell you.
I'll tell you.
My boys will eat pizza like locusts.
Of course, the boys are going to eat all their pizza.
Yeah.
What kind of hungry boys leaves pizza left over? Who has leftover pizza when you got 3 hungry boys?
No one does.
Yeah.
You think, well, I'll order.
Brett Jr. and Brettster, they're all so hungry they eat all the pizza right up.
I mean, you think about it, you think, well, I'll just order 2 more pizzas and then I'll have 2 pizzas left over. No, those pizzas will get eaten too. And he's like, well, maybe 2 more on top of that. Those will all get eaten. Those hungry boys will eat all that pizza no matter how much pizza you have. They are bottomless and remorseless when it comes to eating pizza.
But if you do got some leftovers, this is what you do with it. Because everyone... You don't put it in a microwave. You never put no pizza in a microwave. And that's what everyone, that's the laziest thing. You can do it, but it tastes like poop. Don't do it. You're better off eating cold pizza than you put pizza in the microwave. Now they got the air fryers. And like the toaster ovens. Yeah. Those are the good ways to do it. The toaster oven is the best way to do the pizza.
I have 2 rules for my leftover pizza. 1, you never put your leftover pizza in the fridge, and you never reheat it in the morning. You
don't put your leftover pizza in the fridge?
Depends how much pizza I got left over. I mean, I still got a little of that. College student in me.
You just leave it, Well,
it's in a box. It's not just out. The cat's not eating it.
The box. Oh, it's in the danger zone. It's in the danger zone.
I know. I've made it to 53, and no one stopped me yet.
I feel like pizza isn't affected by the danger zone.
No,
I feel like that. I don't know. No. I don't think that's true.
I don't have any of the science.
I've eaten pizza left out overnight. It was fine. Just fine.
I've eaten pizza that's been left out for 2 days. I'm fine.
That's horrible.
Oh, I don't want the.
I don't like that one bit.
I'm going to live my life on my terms. So, whatever. All right.
Oh, Lilith, I love you so much. I'm so sorry you're dying soon. Okay, this is leftover pizza breakfast casserole.
Wow.
This is, look at those ratings. It's got 4.8 stars with 69 reviews. Nice.
I'm going to say if this is just like ordering takeout pizza and then cooking the leftover pizza as a casserole, like you're not necessarily, you're just making takeout pizza. Like, you're not making anything. So, of course, it has 5 stars. Takeout pizza has 5 stars, so this would have 5 stars.
Well, it's got 4.8, and 69 is the number of ratings, not reviews, because there's 55 reviews. But people had a lot to say about leftover pizza breakfast casserole.
Also, that 0.2, those are people who got bad takeout pizza.
Well, they probably takeout pizza.
They probably went to Papa John's instead of Pizza Man, or Rocky
we tried a different place, and it was just it was maybe the worst pizza I've ever had. Actually, it was really fucking bad. It just was really gross and really flavorless. Except the only flavor was just so fucking salty. It was crazy, and I like salt. Anyway, enough of bad pizza. Let's talk about to do with any old pizza that's left over.
Yeah.
Now, realistically, this is going to work great for breakfast because you know what's going to be left over is the veggie pizza that you got for the half of the veggie pizza that you got for yourself.
Yeah, then I saw the pepperoni and I was like, I'm going to eat that pepperoni anyway.
Exactly, eat the pepperoni because you think you're going to get the vegetable one, and you
I'm going to be healthy.
like, I want that pizza. I want that meat lovers.
Yeah, look at that.
Give me
Look at that
meat
orange,
lovers. How can I
that
resist?
orange
That's what
oil
pizza's
just
supposed
sitting
to
on
be.
top. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. The little
Love
pepperoni
it.
cups, and it holds it like a little. It's like a little tea party.
Yeah.
Little pepperoni party.
A little pepperoni grease party.
Get a little drink.
All right.
I love breakfast casserole and was looking in the fridge for bread and breakfast meat to put in it. I pushed the pizza aside to realize I have no breakfast meats. Then it dawned on me. Can be assembled the night before and stored in the fridge until morning. I guess that's not. I assumed for a second I thought that's what dawned on them.
It dawned on me. I could assemble this the night before.
I think they pulled a memento there where they started in the middle.
Yeah.
they came around to it. It's like, remember the beginning? You're here now.
Yeah, the recipe is actually just a bunch of Polaroid photos.
This review was written by Quentin Tarantino. Written and directed by Quentin Tarantino. Thank you for the leftover pizza casserole. This is submitted by a Prov 31 woman, which is you guessed it, baby, Proverbs 31 from the Holy Bible. And it was published on June 8th, 2020. So this is a COVID one. This is a COVID one, right?
Did you look up Proverbs 31?
I sure did. Likewise, please let all the women in our family be virtuous women. Please let us be rare spiritual beauties, far above rubies or pearls. Yeah. Let our husband's hearts safely thrust in us. Bless them that
says trust, not thrust.
Oh, whoopsie! Did I misunderstand the Proverbs?
I think you did.
Bless them to have no lack of treasure in us. I got treasure, all right.
Got 8 inches of treasure in me.
Thrust your heart right into my treasure. Bless them to have no lack of treasure in us, because we will do them good and not evil all the days of our lives. I think that's where the soap opera comes from.
But also, let's talk about the irony of saying, let there be not evil all the days of our lives, and she's making leftover pizza casserole for her hungry boy.
That's a good thing, because it's so delicious. Here's the ingredients. Look at them.
Okay, I'm looking at them.
The first ingredient's cooking spray. Better fucking believe it. Put that in your 9x13 inch pan. Yeah. Cooking spray. 3 slices of leftover pizza cut into 3/4 inch squares. So you chop up that pizza. You cut it up into squares. Even though it's a triangle, good luck with that. What'd you do?
These are rhombuses. These are rhombuses, not squares.
And you throw away all the pieces that aren't squares. Throw them right in the trash. The end piece. It's rough.
It's rough. All right.
Eggs.
Also, you mentioned a 9x13 pan. This in no way mentions what kind of pan you should use.
It doesn't mention the kind. Well, they might in the directions.
Okay.
They don't got the directions. These are just the ingredients. These are what you have to have on hand.
I'm just saying.
For a breakfast quick casserole, there's a lot of fucking shit.
This is a lot of shit.
Leftover pizza. This seems like a mountain of work for leftover pizza.
You could just take a pizza out of the fridge and eat it.
And eat it.
And
just eat it.
Just
eat it.
Yeah.
The hungry boys, they'll eat that right up. They'll love it.
Yeah. Cut into geometrical shapes.
4 eggs beaten, 1 cup of milk, 1 8-ounce package shredded mozzarella cheese. Don't shred the cheese yourself. Don't you dare.
Oh, God, no.
Don't you dare shred your own cheese.
Get the processed
You get that
cheese.
cheese in a bag. You get it done for you.
Yeah.
You don't have time. Not with this recipe.
No.
But boys are in a hurry. You can't shred no cheese. Real talk.
Yeah.
I get blocks of cheese. Sometimes I'll just get a block of mozzarella and I'll shred it all. I got a little shredder on my KitchenAid, and I got a cheese grater function on the KitchenAid, and I run the whole block of cheese through that. I do throw it in a Ziploc bag. I throw it in the freezer. Lasts forever. Wow. And you take that out of the freezer. It's ready to go in 30 seconds, in like a minute.
Wow.
That's what you do. You don't need no bag of cheese. You don't gotta buy a bag of cheese.
That's Big Bag trying to sell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
But I
bag
can see
industrial
it like
complex.
if you don't have like a KitchenAid and you don't got that thing, because then it's pretty intense to grate cheese. Like grating cheese is one of my least favorite things to do.
I mean, if I'm doing
cooking.
mozzarella, if I'm doing some of mozzarella, I'm getting the wet mozzarella that's pre-sliced, and I'm just getting slices of real mozzarella.
I mean, that's if you want to get like proper. That's the fresh mozzarella.
I do want to get proper.
Yeah, that's the right way to do it. But like, we're talking about leftover pizza casserole here, not a margarita pizza.
Wolfgang Puck isn't showing up to serve this thing.
Maybe Wolfgang Van Halen.
I got it bad. I got it bad. I got it bad. I'm hot for pizza.
We saw that coming. Where are we at?
We're at a third cup.
Chopped onion. Solid.
Hell yeah.
3 tablespoons butter. Yeah, melt that butter. 1 clove of garlic. Nope.
No?
Okay.
No garlic?
No.
Why?
No. Garlic. 1 clove. What the f*** are you going to do with 1 clove of garlic?
Well, I mean,
we are put 0 garlic. 1 clove, 1 is 0 when it comes to garlic.
If you're feeding people in Ashwaubenon, you don't want to get those ethnic spices in there.
Don't say stuff like that. I hate it. Okay.
It's too spicy for them. I mean,
let's talk about garlic and recipes. Have you ever met a recipe where it told you to put enough garlic in? Because I never have. Never in my life.
If it calls for garlic, I just start chopping up garlic until
you just chop a mess of garlic and you throw it in. 2 cloves. Every recipe is like 2 cloves of garlic for like a big pan or something. And it's like, what are you talking about 2 cloves of garlic for like a stew in a crock pot? What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. 2 cloves. It's nothing.
Especially because like if I cut the top off of like a clump of garlic and roasted it, I would sploosh all that roasted garlic out onto 1 piece of bread and eat it like that.
Exactly. Like, yeah, exactly. Like I could do 2 on a bread for a garlic bread. Like like I heard it once said, you measure garlic with your heart. 1 teaspoon dried oregano, solid. 1/2 teaspoon salt. Yep. That 1/4 cup grated Parmesan cheese, or to taste. That's okay. You can have the grated Parmesan. I also get the fresh Parmesan. I grate it just like I do. But also, I keep that in the freezer too.
Parmesan cheese, not something I measure either.
Yeah, you just kind of throw it in.
A 1/4 cup, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I want all the Parmesan.
That's a handful.
Yeah, I want all the Parmesan in there. Boom. Same with red pepper flakes.
Red pepper flakes, or to taste.
Yeah, a 1/4 teaspoon is nothing. That's like 2 flakes.
Red pepper flakes go a long way. Little goes a long way with red pepper flakes. And if you don't want. So I agree with that measurement.
That's too little.
I don't agree with the 1 clove of garlic. I don't agree with that one bit.
Okay.
Like a 1/4 teaspoon is going to give it just enough zip to just barely taste it. And that's kind of might be what you want, because there might be already red pepper flakes on the leftover pizza.
There might be. Although who's putting red pepper flakes on pizza that they're not eating? Taste.
Well, okay, sometimes, like when I get a pizza, my boys will just go to town. They'll just pour red pepper flakes and Parmesan over the whole thing. Okay. That way they only got to do it once. Okay. You don't grease up that pepper flake container.
Okay. Fair enough.
Pizza hands.
Fair enough. My bad.
These are pretty solid ingredients, I gotta say. I
mean, anything that starts with 3 slices of pizza is already on the right track.
Great ingredient. It's a real winner.
I stopped at taking 3 slices of pizza out of the fridge, but that's just me.
Let's talk about directions here.
Oh, a 9x9 baking dish.
Oh, it's a trick. It's a dirty, dirty trick. It's a little fella. Just a little fella there.
Yeah.
Little square one, little brownie pan. Gonna make some pizza brownies. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. That's that.
Yeah.
That is your standard
baking
temperature. Yeah. That is your In fact, I'd reckon all you have to do is turn on your oven.
350 is the default on degrees. Yes.
It is. It's the normal amount of degrees.
It's how much hot you should have to bake.
Step 2, arrange pizza squares in the prepared baking dish. That seems like excessive, doesn't it? You just toss them in there.
That just seems like a dumb situation. You don't want them all in like one corner, though.
Right. You don't want to just
You wanna
plop them in. You know, like you do with a frozen pizza, you got to rearrange them pepperonis.
Absolutely. They've been sliding around in the back of the car. Yeah.
It's sliding around. There's you got 3 pepperonis overlap and then a big bald spot on your pizza.
It's the worst.
Can't have that. You need at least a pepperoni on each slice. Mix eggs, mozzarella, milk, cheese, onion, butter, garlic, oregano, and salt together in a large bowl. Pour over pizza pieces. So, yeah, all that tracks.
Just goes right in there, yeah.
I don't know that you would need to mix the mozzarella in with the eggs. That seems, I don't know about that.
No.
You could just sprinkle the mozzarella on the top, and then
pour all the stuff over it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like putting mozzarella, cold mozzarella in with your egg batter isn't just going to really help anything.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do? That's what you said to do. Mix together a large bowl, pour over pizzas, top with Parmesan cheese and red pepper flakes, covered dish with aluminum foil. Now, see, I would top, you're making a pizza casserole. Yeah. You would top with mozzarella and Parmesan. You don't want to put just naked ass Parmesan on the top of that. That doesn't melt so good. It's going to kind of get black.
It's going to get brown, yeah.
So I don't agree with that, so none too much. No. I'm going to say don't add the mozzarella in. I would just put it on the top at the end.
I would say put mozzarella in, but it says bake for 45 minutes. But I would pull it at 30, 35, and then put the Parmesan and some extra mozzarella on top.
I like my Parmesan good and baked. See what it's because it's got the foil on it, so it's not gonna burn.
Oh no, there it is. At 45 minutes, when you remove the foil.
Oh, yeah, there you are.
When you remove the foil, you add some more cheese and you add your Parmesan.
Yeah, that's fine. And then you do it in for another 20 minutes. Yeah, that could do. Yeah. That could do. You're going to need another bag, though.
Just keep in mind, this is 65 minutes of baking plus the prep work. When you really could have just had cold pizza for breakfast.
You could have just had some cold pizza, but this is the easy breakfast alternative. This is when you don't feel like making. When you don't feel like making a big old breakfast, just do all this stuff.
Just I want to get up an hour before my kids and my husband do, and I want to do all this work.
An hour, you say? It's in the oven for more than an hour. It's more than that. You gotta get 2 hours before.
Yeah, you gotta be cutting it.
You can't be serving breakfast with a just rolled out of bed face. You got to do your makeup and your hair.
And you got to cut that pizza into squares.
Yeah, cut that pizza into squares.
Not rhombuses, not rectangles, squares.
No weird shapes. Your boys ain't going to like that too much.
No, not at all.
There's ratings and reviews. Remember, we had such a high rating, 4.8 out of 5 with 69 ratings.
Nice.
What do you think of this recipe? Share your experience to help others. Look at that. 52 of the 69 ratings were 5 stars.
Wow.
This is almost Uber driver good ratings. Yeah. 4 and the 17 were 4 stars.
Wow.
Nothing less. This gets rave reviews. I think this might be the highest. This is certainly higher than the Victorian pudding.
Oh, wow.
Reviewed. Definitely higher than that.
Are you talking about the second worst dessert in Great Britain?
The second worst dessert in all of Britain.
Yeah, this is better than that. But as I mentioned, you are starting with 3 slices of pizza.
You are starting, and it's pizza. Everyone loves pizza. Pizza and eggs. Yeah, those go great together. Have you ever had an egg on a pizza?
I've never had that. I've had it on burgers and stuff. It's always really good.
You gotta have it on a burger,
and
like a chicken burger.
like a fried chicken breast breakfast sandwich that had egg and gravy and stuff on it.
It's so good. I used to work at a fancy pizza place who would crack an egg and put egg on pizzas. Absolutely fantastic.
Nice. I've made khachapuri bread, which is like a bread that has a melted cheese mix in it, and then you crack an egg on it and bake it with the egg in there. That's really good.
You showed me that. Looked really pretty and good. And I wish I could eat it. I'm going to eat some of your bread someday.
Yeah. I'll make it.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
This is a review. One of our rave reviews. This one was a 4-star one.
Oh.
This is by Loves to Host, and this was reviewed on 12/09/2012. Which, if you'll recall,
it's the end of the world.
This recipe went online in June 2020. So this is a time traveler.
Wow.
We got a time traveler here.
Yeah.
8 years before this recipe was posted, they had this to say about it.
Yeah.
The novelty of this recipe caught my eye, and when we found ourselves with leftover pizza, I decided to give this a whirl and give it a quote, face. I must preface this review by stressing our pizza was supreme pizza from a local pizzeria, and it was very flavorful, so plain cheese pizza would not have the same outcome. I followed the recipe to a quote, T, with the exception of skipping the onion since it was already on the pizza and using an 8x11 pan as I don't own a 9x9. It was very good, very rich, cheesy, buttery, greasy, but good. While I can't see myself making this again for the two of us, I could see making it if we had a party with overnight guests with whom we'd enjoy some late night pizza for breakfast the next morning. Thanks for the recipe, Prov 31 woman. Do you think that's a person or do you think that's an AI wrote that? That doesn't sound very real, does it? Doesn't sound very fucking believable.
I'm going to say this with as little judgment in my voice as possible. It's like, do not do this for guests. Your guests will think you're insane.
Overnight. Stay overnight.
You know, you have friends over.
This is for all the furries having a cuddle puddle. You get up the next day, here's some pizza casserole.
Pizza casserole.
You serve it dressed like Star Fox.
Oh, yeah. Well, all right. I've completely won over now. This sounds like an amazing idea.
That's how you do it. That's what this is all about. 76 people found this to be helpful. I don't know why.
I don't understand. I don't understand that. I don't understand, like helpful how? Like, you saw the recipe. Did you like the recipe? Make it. How did this help?
I mean, I guess I could see it. It's like because they went into detail. So, like, I'm going to take it back that this was written by AI because an AI wouldn't have changed the recipe all around like this person did.
Yeah.
Like an AI would have just like regurgitated what was already there, which is like what they do. But like this one, I feel like loves to host. It surely implies like that's a woman.
Yeah.
But I feel like woman, man, or non-binary person, when this person wrote it, they were wearing a fedora. Because there's a little bit of theater.
There's a little bit of theater there.
This isn't the...
You know, it's funny you mentioned AI.
Uh-huh.
Would you be opposed to me to opening my AI right now and putting it to write a 4-paragraph review of leftover pizza?
Paragraphs.
A 4-sentence review of leftover pizza casserole.
Well, please do that. I would love that. Okay, you do that while I talk about this next review. Lovey and Company, Lovey Co. ICT, also 4 stars. Also, before the article came out, y'all, I call this planning ahead. I always pull 2 to 3 slices of pie to the side so I can plan this yumminess for the next morning. Super quick, easy, and is different each time depending on your pizza toppings. Cut pizza into bite-sized pizzas the night ahead to save time. Whip it up, dump in your baking dish, and ta-da! Easy way to get the whole family to the breakfast table. No one found this helpful. You know why? Because it wasn't fucking helpful. Don't tell me what to fucking do. Like, Jesus Christ, pulled. And who does that? Who pulls 2 of 3? Like, here's a pizza, but you can't have all of it. Like, no. This is for breakfast in the morning. Back the fuck off, boys. You're going to go to bed hungry, so you're ready for morning pizza.
This
is some bullshit.
And then the kids are like, are we going to have pizza in the morning, Mom? Or are you going to cut it into squares and pour eggs on it and then cook it with cheese? Like, come on.
What you do the night before is cut the pizza up. Like, that's what takes the time. Not chopping the onion, not like doing any of the other 30 things you got to do to prep this thing in the morning. Don't do any of that. But before you go to bed, make sure you pull the pizza aside and chop it up. So you're ready to go. That'll save you so much time.
Okay.
No one found this helpful.
No one would find it helpful
at all.
No, I don't like it.
That person rubs me the wrong way. They angered me. Gregory Anderson gives it 5 stars, and he did that just last July.
Wow.
July 2023.
Yeah.
My mother did something like this back in the early 70s with 6 mouths to feed. It served us well. She never shared her recipe for it, but I knew it was baked. Well, good job. Greg. Good job, Greg. Boys can cook. Boys can cook too.
I don't know what it was, but it was baked.
When I looked it up, behold, here it is. I'm so grateful to Prop 31 woman. She made my day, and my wife will be quite surprised. Woohoo!
Also, this goes back to my thing in the early 70s. You got 6 mouths to feed, and you've got leftover pizza. That's not how pizza works.
About?
That's not how pizza works.
Could you even get a pizza in the early 1970s?
No, you couldn't. You ready for the 5-star review? 5-star review.
Let's hear your 5-star review.
Leftover pizza casserole is an absolute game changer. This recipe is a brilliant solution to the age-old dilemma of what to do with the day-old pizza in your fridge. The transformation is nothing short of magical. The crust retains its crispy texture, and the melding of flavors creates a mouth-watering symphony. The addition of fresh vegetables and a perfectly seasoned egg mixture elevates this dish to new heights, turning it into a breakfast, brunch, or dinner masterpiece. The simplicity of preparation combined with the outstanding results make leftover pizza casserole a must-try, a true culinary triumph that will have you eagerly anticipating pizza night leftovers.
I hated that so much.
It was a little too enthusiastic.
That was disgusting. That was so gross. Like, it made my stomach turn.
Like, imagine that recipe, but then also like putting in like some pieces of broccoli and cauliflower in the mixture. All right.
Well, even that, and it's just like, but like the way that it was written was just like, it was just like an ad, and it was just like, it was just.
I mean,
so good.
I'm gonna be real honest.
Greasier than a leftover pizza.
I'm gonna be real honest. That might be part of the acting I put into the reading of that. I might have.
Oh, that was the text. That guy.
Yeah.
Like,
I put some life into it. I punched it up. All right. I also found a 1-star review. I know that it's a 4.8 stars, and there are nothing below 4, but I found a 1-star review.
We need AI to write a 1-star review.
I got a 1-star review here. All right. Leftover pizza casserole was a culinary catastrophe. The promise of transforming day-old pizza into something palatable turned out to be a disappointing illusion. The crust lost all its semblance of texture, becoming a soggy mess that resembled nothing close to the beloved original. The addition of an egg mixture did nothing to enhance the flavors. Instead, it created an odd and unappetizing amalgamation that left my taste buds in a state of confusion. The vegetables were wilted, and the overall result was a dish that failed to deliver on any level. Save yourself the disappointment and stick to reheating your pizza through the traditional way. This recipe is a regrettable experiment, best left untried.
I hated that review even more. I don't ever want to hear AI ever again. Like,
no, I want to do this. I want to do this for all of them. I love the AI reviews.
It makes me feel bad. I hate it. I want to hear a person's. Oh,
please, you're the one who brought up that these are probably AI. I mean, there's no way.
That one. Well, now I know it wasn't, because the AI, it's like, yeah, everything. It just. I mean, you can hear the lack of soul that's there. It's just like, a person would never write that.
I thought I put soul into the reading.
No, you read it with soul, but like, it's just the way it was written. It was just like, ugh, gross. Get out of town. Get out of town here.
I'm gonna fight you on that.
Ready.
I love
I think
the
we're
AI.
ready.
Ugh. Okay.
We're ready.
No, I'm not. It's gonna be disgusting.
Yes, there's our pizza casserole. Look at that beauty. I like how they took a chunk out of it already.
Is that the crust like rising to the top?
I don't know what's going on here, because like it's pretty shallow in that thing, and that does. Well, I guess that does kind of look like melted Parmesan on the top, like like if it was like the Kraft grated Parmesan.
That's all it is. Yeah,
that's what that looks like. Yeah, and that doesn't look good to me.
No, I'm gonna
that looks
pass.
pretty gross. Like the bite taken out of it and everything, but it does look like it's got like the crust on the edges, doesn't it?
I mean, it's got a good crust. But
yeah.
no, I'm gonna
That
pass.
picture's not very good. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like what I'm seeing.
I don't like it at all. Pass.
This recipe has been a disappointment.
Yeah.
I feel disappointed by this whole ordeal.
I would say that the perfect morning quick breakfast is just cold pizza. And
Cold pizza. Cold pizza's just fine. Just get it up and eat it and go.
Yeah.
And go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
okay, let's talk about another thing. Like that first review, it's like I didn't have any. I pushed the pizza aside looking for breakfast meats, but I found I have no breakfast meats. Every meat's a breakfast meat.
Anything you eat for breakfast is breakfast food. Get out of here.
Like what? Like no chicken. That's dinner only. What are you talking about? Like every meat's a breakfast meat. I think I guess bacon, ham, like.
I mean, sure, but steak and eggs
chorizo,
are a thing. Steak and eggs are a thing.
Get the
fuck out of here.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
You look for you had nothing for breakfast, but then you saw pizza and you're like, breakfast. Like, come on.
I mean, I've done that. I've done that a lot of times.
Yeah, and then I just ate cold pizza for breakfast.
Exactly, that's what I did too.
That's all you have to do.
That's what everyone does, and it's just fine. It's just fine to eat cold pizza. But then I guess this stretches 3 leftover slices of pizza into a whole casserole thing. But I mean, I don't know. It seems like a lot of work for something that doesn't look very good. It's like if you're gonna go to the I feel like you could make a better breakfast casserole than this. Like
you just make a frittata with eggs and cheese. Yeah, what are you talking about?
You just put some ham in there. You don't need to fucking chop up used leftover pizza. I think it's kind of dumb.
That's unbelievable.
Tomato sauce and some ham.
That's the worst. Fine. That's the worst.
To quote the AI, this recipe left a bad taste in my mouth.
It was a catastrophe.
This is an experiment that shouldn't be repeated.
Right?